Everybody, we're back again with our table of contents, and today I'm going to show you one solution for adding all of the images into the list of poems and stories. Now, you may recall that the names that you see here are driven by the styles that I chose to pick up and list in the table of contents. And I didn't list the styles that are used for the captions for the images. So that's what I'm going to do now. And you can go through your book that you're working with and make sure that your captions are correctly styled. You'll recall that all of this depends on the correct paragraph style for the lines that you need. Now, mine's a little bit more complicated because some of my captions have both a paragraph and a character style applied to them, but I'll show you how I'm going to work around that. So I'm going to go to Layout, Table of Contents, and you can see that I have the original settings here of title and author. The title is set to TOC and the author is set to TOC author. So I'm going to add from my list over here the captions, and then I have another one called reverse caption. I think I mentioned that earlier. In some of the images in this particular version of this magazine, the caption of the image actually is on top of the image and it's reversed out, meaning it's a white title on a dark background. So I'm going to put that in here. I want the captions and the reverse captions to be the same as the title. So I'm going to go down here and go TOC, and then reverse caption is also going to be TOC. And I think I want the captions and the reverse captions to have the name of the artist underneath them like the author does, but I'm going to have to create that myself, so I'll show you how I'll do that. I'm going to click OK, and it says it's updated successfully. Now, a lot of this went back and picked up the same stuff that I've done before, which is a little bit annoying. I'm going to have to redo a lot of it, but the first thing I want to do is click anywhere in here and hit Command A, select all. Make sure that there are no character styles applied. So just click none. And there's that. So that's looking a little bit better. There's still a few problems here, so let's zoom in on those. I'm going to go into this like that, deselect everything, hit the W key so I can see my guides. And one of the things the client asked me to do was to take out these underlines. The underline and the .jpg showed up because these things got emailed from one person to another. And we want to get rid of that. So I'm going to hit this and replace it with a space. Here, replace it with a space. This, the hyphen, stays. It's just the underline that we need to get rid of. Now, this is the name of the image, and here is the artist. So I'm going to click a hard return to separate the image from the artist and get rid of .jpg and take that out. Now, I didn't want the page number. The page number should be part of the artist, and the artist should be the same as the author up here. So I'm going to make that TOC author, and you can see that that changes that. So that looks exactly how I want it to look. Now, I'm not entirely sure that I should be including these images because they are part of this story. And there's really no reason to add those images because they are part of that story. So I'm just going to take them out. And there we go. Like that. So that should be correct now. And here's another one where there's an image. You can see that it came in incorrectly. So I'm going to put a hard return. And again, a hard return is just hitting the return key. A soft return is a shift return. The hard return separates the top line, which should be TOC. I'm going to hit Option to get rid of that plus sign. And this line should be author. If you used a soft return, which is shift return, they would all be the same style. So it's important to make that second step. Okay, so we have that going well. I come down here. Now this picked up the tabs that were in that style, which shouldn't have been there, but all I got to do is remove them. That's probably the easiest way to do that. And then keep going down until I find another image. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? Okay, here's one that's a problem. This one came in without a hard return, so I'm just going to force that in there and make this the author. And for some reason, the page number did not come in. So I'll have to go back and pick up that page number. I'm going to do this right now. So this should be TOC, this should be TOC author. And then we'll come up here and see if there's any more. And so on and so forth. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let me turn off the guides and the grids and see how it looks. And then zoom out, Command 0, and it looks pretty good. The last thing I need to do is go find the page number for the story that for some reason didn't get one, and double check everything else. Now also this particular version was a little bit prior to the one I sent you earlier. It does not have the last few pages on here, but I'm going to add that too.